Hi. Hi, Sharon. Thank you for sending me this photograph. I must say that all readings are entertainment purposes only. And also when we work with spirit, we can only invite them. We never know who's going to come through, so we can only invite. So from a photograph, we can invite. Okay. Right. Just going to make this picture a bit bigger. I'll put it on the screen. I'm looking at it now. Right. Okay. The lady in the photograph picture that you sent was a very, very important person to you. She was incredibly important. Okay. She this lady liked to dress well. She liked to place things on her. She liked to do her hair. She liked to have her hair done like this. She liked to do her hair. And she would curl her hair like this. When she got dressed, everything would be placed. So her hands would be very much. You would know when she was doing things. There's a particular thing that she used to do with her hands. You knew this lady very, very well. Okay, you spent a lot of time with her when you were growing up. So she would just do things. When she'd do things, she'd be meaningful about it. So if she put something somewhere, she'd know you would put it there. She'd just put it there. You were very close to this lady, and she showed me lots of loved you very, very much. And you had these great big eyes. She said you had these great big eyes, always looking at her. She okay. She showed me in a kitchen area with plastic strips in the doorways, like the old fly things, the curtain things in the doorway, or possibly beaded, or the plastic ones. Show me those. She's the biggest blue eyes this lady had. Okay, and she's showing me being quite proper lady. Okay, in the wartime, there was a love of somebody in an army uniform. There was a love for her, and it was definitely to do with dancing. There was an evening do. She looked beautiful. It's just beautiful. And this couple met. Yes. Okay. So when she talks to me, it's very clear. Okay. And she's also showing me an earring. Pearl earring is one a lost earring, or a necklace with it. There's some sort of earring. Okay. She's also given me a box. There was a box that, and on her passing, this box, or this, it was left for you. There was a wrapping of fabrics. Okay. Things were wrapped, and there was things in it. It's like this mine. It's kind of. She's also showing me, like, this person used to make clothes. She's showing me, like, you mean you wrap a skirt around like this? You wrap something round as a wrap around kind of dress or a skirt. There's a feeling of sewing and making things. And this lady, you're quite. Have people have said to you sometimes you'll come sometimes a bit old fashioned, in a very loving way, in the sense that you know things that you were taught to knit and sew, sorry, and just run a house, and kind of, you're really quite gentle. Both of you are really quite gentle. You were quite, maybe perhaps a little bit of a loner when you were growing up. Okay, something that you quite liked your own company, quite quiet. I didn't feel you had a brilliant time at school, but you were just really quite lovely. Both of you are just very gentle creatures. Yes, that's my Sharon. Okay. This lady showed me when she passed. She didn't pass suddenly. I feel that there was an illness. I do feel like it was a cancer, or it was an area in the womb. There was an area in the stomach area, and I do feel that she was in some pain, but you didn't know it. You wouldn't have known this. But I do feel her toes are really quite tight. Her toes are very tight, and this area here was quite tight. Okay, there was some complications, and there was a visiting. I have to show. She's showing me her laying in a bed, the bedding sort of across here, and she was really quite tired, okay, and she just patted the bed, okay, and you held each other's hands, and I do feel that you were very tearful, and there was a holding of hands, and you didn't want her to make you feel that you both knew it was time to say goodbye. But she had a very gentle way about her. She had a very, very gentle way about her. And you miss her. You do miss her. Yeah, you do miss her. You've been thinking about her a lot lately. She's saying about dusting a photograph off. As one of you and her stood together. So you used to stand by sort of behind her here, and you used to, so when you were shy, you sort of hide behind her, really. And there's something to do with a raincoat. She had lots of raincoats, so you'd hide behind the raincoats. There's something to do with about the belt that was around here, like you used to hold on to it and sort of hide behind. Who's George? George. He's a one. Okay. Somebody called George. I'm just thinking about that one. A few problems with her gums. Very proper lady, this lady. So you wouldn't really know things were a problem. She'd just quietly get it sorted. Very clever, this lady. Used to sit and learn things together. Used to sit together, and she'd teach you all about things. And there was this tiger. There's a tiger. There's a ornament, or there's a picture, or there's a brass, but it's a tiger, and it's stood like sort of standing up as a tiger would stand with a stance. Okay. You had a thing about tigers. I think that you've learned lots of things from this lady in books and sitting together and reading, learning about the world and being very worldly. I do feel that there's lots going on in your life at the moment with she's showing me that there's two people who look over you in spirit, and one of them is, I feel like it's a grandfather. Okay. And I feel that these are very together. These two people are very together, and they look out over you, and it's almost like they are your parents, but they're not your parents. Okay, but they nurtured you and brought you up, and you are theirs. They are yours. You are theirs. And they watch you, and they're watching you grow, and what you've created is absolutely fantastic. They're showing me that there's lots of travel, and there's affiliation, some sort of affiliation with water, but there's lots of travel, and there's flying, and there's creating things, and there's being very centered. Okay, so you're not the center of attention, but you are the center of this, and you're creating something, and you are sharing something worldly. This worldly thing, it belongs to the world. Okay, so there's lots of people coming. There's people flying. It's like light working. It's like creating something, and this has been something you've been doing for a long time, and it's your time now. And they are very, very proud of you. It's like you are the fruits of their nature. Okay, you are the fruits of all the things that they shared with you, and when you were growing up and you were doing, and they are very, very, very proud of you. Okay. This lady showed me a few sores on the back of her legs. A few sores on the back of her legs. And shoes. So difficulty with her feet. I feel there's a bit of a thing with her toes. Okay. I feel like you've been a bit worried about who you are and what you're doing, what you're creating at the moment. And this lady is showing me that you're not speaking out. I want to hear you speak out. It's time, Sharon, that you spoke. Okay, she's being quite clear. She's not telling you off, but she's saying everything else is in place. People want what you have. We want to hear your voice. We want to hear what you've got to say. What you have to say is fantastic. This is your time. Yeah, I feel like you want to talk. You need to talk. We want to hear your voice. There's some ashes, something to do with ashes. That there's a decision to be made, or something to do with somebody's acid. Choose the black one. There's a decision to be made. Frogs, 2 frogs, decision. I don't know what that is, okay? I hope you do. Which direction to go? Which direction to go? Okay, you feel like you've been on a, she's showing me something you've done recently, okay? You've been in the car, you've been somewhere, you've taken something to somewhere, okay, and you've forgot, something's been forgotten, something's been left in a pocket. Is that sort of dry cleaning or something? Something's been left. You've left something somewhere really important. Oh my God, I've left something somewhere. It's in a pocket, I've left it. You were being, because you were very busy. She was saying to me, this lady in this picture saying to me, there was rather too much going on and you lost concentration for a bit. And you've not been eating properly. You ever did really like your greens? I want to do that. She's showing me all the times when you were younger, when you were poorly, when you were sick. She would just sit with you and she would just stroke your face. She'd just be with you. This person would just be together. It's just a complete togetherness with this person. They gave you everything. I do feel a bit tearful that she's not here, and I do feel that you've been feeling a bit tearful. And it was a great loss when you lost this person. There's like a sadness for you. And you look for something that perhaps to fill this bit of a hole of this sadness. But she wants to say that she's here. And she's been waiting for this reading. In fact, Sharon, I've been sat here for a couple of hours and I did a reading and I recorded it. And somehow my computer just deleted it. Don't know why. It happened to me a couple of times. It's part of my learning. And I thought, okay, I'm going to do this another time, okay? So maybe that wasn't, sometimes that happens, it happens for a reason. But I just got this very, very clear voice, do it again, okay? Please do it again. And I really feel that there's this person. I want to say this person is when you look at the picture, you want to say that, you know, it feels like it's a grandmother or it's a nanny, that kind of figure, actually, but this person was more than that to you. It was a lot more than that. So there was a generation jump, but this person looked after you. Yeah, she's just really lovely. Really, really lovely. There's a question you want to ask. I do feel that there's a question there. Now, obviously, we're not talking to each other, so that's very hard for me to maybe know what that question is. Am I doing the right thing? That's what I got. Absolutely. Absolutely. But she's saying you could do with having a suitcase that's already pre-packed everywhere. There's a small suitcase that's always got your essentials, to go out and buy those more bits and bobs like your knickers, your toothbrush and things like that, basics, and just keep it in there. Keep it in your suitcase, so you've always got that. So you're always ready. She's showing me, this is a memory for you, about being on an aeroplane, flying, and being served by the hostess, the airline hostess. A celebratory drink on the way on a journey. I want to say G&T as a drink. Somebody spilled something, and you were talking to somebody. I want to say the hostess. You were talking to somebody about what you were doing and on the journey, and then somebody behind you, in front of you, somebody around you was interested in what you were talking about, and then actually started a conversation with you about what you do, because they were very interested in what you do. And it feels like you were like, oh, you felt, and anyway, she's showing me this, She's giving me this information. This lady's giving me this information. It's just something you've been doing recently. She wants to tell me about it. You are that important. People are interested. Okay. All those books. She's saying all those books. Who'd have thought it, eh? Oh, she just feels really happy. Really, really happy. She was a lovely lady. No kind of, just very simple. Life was quite simple. She showed me some sort of pie she used to make. She wasn't, you know, there wasn't, this lady didn't, I wouldn't say this lady had loads of jewellery, and that's why those pearl earrings were quite important. Something round little earrings. She didn't really wear loads and loads of stuff, but whatever she did, whatever she bought, whatever she was, whatever she did, she meant it. So she made a pie, she meant it. She put a lot of love into this pie, and that was the thing of the day. That's what we did. If she went out for a walk, she meant it. When she put her belt on, she'd think about it for ages on her coat, and she put the belt in and she put it tight, and it would all make sure it was all set, and the coat was on, and the t-shirt was laid nice and neat. I've got my bag. So everything, you'd be very in the moment, very in the here and now, okay? And she was a great listener. Really, really great listener, and you miss that. As a younger person around you that reminds you of her, can you feel a bit overwhelmed by that sometimes? Why am I getting a little horse, pull along horse? I'm getting a pull along horse. Okay, you might be able to decipher that one. Okay. Okay. Now I did pull a card out here earlier on, as I said in another reading earlier on, and I'm looking at these cards thinking, should I be finding the same card? You know, now I'm doing the reading again. Actually, I'm just going to trust. I'm just going to trust what I'm given. I'm going to trust spirit, trust whatever this lady might like to pick from here, and just go for another card. Let's just see what happens. So this is a card from her to you. Top one. Okay. Right. It says, I love these cards. It says Epiphany, higher self. Okay. And this is your card here. Right. Now, this is, she prefers this card. This lady that's with us, your picture, prefers this card than the first card that we read earlier on, because this is an epiphany. This is you realizing and opening up and waking up to the wonder that you are. It's just to the wonder that you are and what you've got to give to the world. Goodness me, it's seeing your higher self. It's seeing you, what you've been preparing for all your life, and you like this. It's like you are a swan, okay? You are this swan, and you're not showing off, and you're not the ego, but you are this swan, and people need to see what you have and the beauty that you are and what you can give. Okay, you're opening up to it. You are opening up like this. It's wonderful, and she's so pleased for you. It's a really wonderful feeling. Wherever you are in your life at the moment, you are opening up to the newness of all of this, okay? Keep going, stay grounded, and keep going. It is an absolute success for you. Well done. And also, I want to say that there's lots of people that are interested in this, more than you realised. A lot more than you realised. Stay grounded, okay, and just keep moving forward with it. Well done. I want to give you a massive well done. Congratulations. This lady, okay, who came before we started reading, before I press click on the recorder. This lady is saying, yeah, okay, it's been said now. I needed to say that, okay. She needs to hear from herself like this. She needs to speak. We need to hear your voice. You've been feeling a little bit thirsty, a little bit of a sore throat, really. You need to speak. We want to hear your voice. She wants to hear your voice. It's time to hear your voice now. We all want to hear it. Sharon, thank you very much. It's been really lovely sending me this picture. And now hopefully this one, when I press close, it will record it. If you'd like to leave some comments below in the box, that would be great. It's great for everyone to read them, if that's okay with you. And also, you'll be watching this on YouTube, so perhaps you could subscribe to my channel, which is just clicking the bottom box, which I think is about here. Anyway, thank you very much, and lots of love, and have a lovely day.